gone all in my palette. Can you see that? Like, it just kind of like comes off. Like I put it on and it just came off. Where the hell's the shimmer? Like they apply really weirdly. It's just weird. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the controversial Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills that they've recently come out with. There has been so much kind of like hype about this palette, but not necessarily in the best way. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, so if you want to see how I kind of created this look with this palette, how I got on, and my general thoughts on it, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep watching. Okay, so I've already completely done my skin because this is going to be obviously an eye makeup palette feature focus, if that makes sense. So if you want the details of what's on the rest of my face, I'm sure I will have posted an Instagram by now, so I've left the link to that down below. So let's talk about the palette itself. When I first of all saw it on social media, I actually wasn't a massive fan of what the colours I thought looked like. If that makes sense? I feel like I don't make sense, okay? What I mean to say is, when I kind of saw the palette at first, I wasn't a fan of the colours. They didn't scream to me because I'm such like a warm toned palette lover, so the Modern Renaissance palette was like my dream palette, so I didn't instantly look at it and think this is gonna be my new favorite. But when you actually open it up, I really like the colors. They are actually a lot warmer than I thought, so therefore I was thinking, okay, like I actually really like this palette and I can't wait to give it a go. And then I started seeing everyone swatching it, and from what I can see, it's super powdery, but then everyone was saying that they thought that maybe there was a dull batch or whatever, so I've waited till now to see if mine is part of that like crap batch or if mine's actually okay. But what I will say is there is absolutely no denying the pigmentation of these products, like the pigmentation of these shadows. Like let me do like a swatch. Like that's ridiculous, especially for like a matte shade. If I do like the shimmery shade as well, you can see that that's like insane pigmentation. There is no denying the pigmentation of these eyeshadows is incredible. All Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows are. Like if you've had some of their palettes before or their single shadows, you know like this pigmentation of them is amazing. So I'm gonna zoom you in to the palette now, and I'm just gonna take the brush that it comes with and just initially just dip my brush in. Like that was just like a few times, and you can see the amount of powder that's been produced. So I feel like this is what a lot of people were complaining about, in the sense that the fact that it was so powdery, it's so pigmented, so why isn't it like blending well? I feel like that's what everyone's problem was. But I feel like I saw a little bit of controversy not that long ago of the fact that this palette got leaked before anyone from Anastasia Beverly Hills, like Novena or anyone, could actually initially talk about it. So I feel like maybe they felt like they had to rush the production of it and get it out quick so nothing else could be leaked, and then they could have final confirmation on this brand new product that was coming out, because everyone hypes about Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. Let's be honest, they're like always the best of the best. So I feel like maybe it was slightly rushed, and the next batch of these I feel like fingers crossed will be better. I'm saying this and I haven't even tried it myself, so we'll see, but just from what I've seen from everyone else, everyone's a little bit let down, but they can't win. It got leaked, so they want to get this out to you quicker, but then it wasn't up to their quality of previous. And in life, you just always compare things. So we're always going to compare it to like Modern Renaissance or all the other ones, and we know that they're absolutely incredible. But that's just kind of like my initial thoughts on the whole thing. Like I don't hate the brand now because they've got one dud palette, do you know what I mean? Like we're going to try it, we're going to test it, I'm going to create a look for you guys. I'm feeling like a halo kind of eye inspired, maybe by like the colour of my jumper, I'm not sure. But let's just go ahead and create a look. So because I'm aware that these eyeshadows are super powdery, I am going to go ahead and take some loose setting powder and just leave it underneath my eye in case we get any fallout. That way I can just brush it away and it's not going to be a problem. Okay, I'm also now going to go ahead and prime my eye, and I'm just going to use the concealer that I used on my face to do that, which in this case is the Nip and Fab concealer in the shade number 5. I'm just going to put it a little bit on my eyes and just blend it out. And as always, I'm just going to set my eyeshadow base in place just with the same translucent powder that I've got underneath my eyes. That way any eyeshadow I put on the top hopefully should blend a lot easier. Okay, Okay, like so, now we can go ahead and start. I kind of want to use as many colours as possible to just kind of test the palette to its full potential. So I'm going to go ahead and use the shade New Wave as my initial transition colour. And I'm going to use a Sigma Diffused Crease E38 brush. It's like a small dome fluffy brush, which actually has kind of like a hard, it's quite precise, but it's still super fluffy. So I'm just going to go ahead and buff that. Hold on, I'm going to zoom you in a bit closer. Okay, so now I can totally kind of see why people think that they're hard to blend, because I just kind of put my brush down and it did cling straight away to wherever I just put it. But with a bit of work, I feel that's blended out. Do you not think? I mean, yeah, I've got a little bit of fallout here, but that's okay, right? That's okay. But I will show you. That's what my pan looks like right now. So I kind of want to just try and pick up that product without picking up any more, but still produce like a big pile of dust on my palette. But so I'm just taking the brush again and I'm really lightly like pressing this. And now blending. I will say the colour is really nice. It's not as yellow as I thought. It's definitely a lot more orange as you apply it. But no, like the blending, I am putting in a lot more work than I usually would. And I normally wouldn't even use this kind of brush. I would use something a lot fluffier and a lot bigger. Okay, that's not too bad to start with. I'm now just like scared to try and blend it in with other eyeshadows. But like I said, we're gonna try. I'm gonna take the shade Roxy, which is like a peachy brown color. This one doesn't actually have as much fallout as the other one. So maybe this one's gonna be better. But we're gonna do a halo eye, I think, today. So I'm gonna be concentrating on the outer part and like the inner part. I think maybe it's just because I'm like patting it on, it's applying a lot like nicer. I think that looks okay, right? I feel like the problem is there's almost like too much pigmentation. It's too like, yeah, too pigmented. There's like too much eyeshadow being picked up at once. But I'll go ahead and apply it on the other side as well. Again, just concentrating it like on the innermost part and just taking it a little bit across. I actually might pick up a little bit more of that New Wave color like I always do. Like I always like to go back in with my initial crease color. Girl, that has gone all in my palette. I feel like if I tap it off, it's just all gonna come off my brush, but and just buffing it back and forth to make sure it's all blended out as much as I can. I'm going to go in with this All-Star colour on a slightly thinner tapered brush. This is a MAC 221. And I'm just going to dab my brush in there. That one again, actually not as much fallout as that initial New Wave colour. But again, just, apply this on the outermost part of the eye. And then again on the innermost part. And I'm just going to go back in with my previous brush to try and blend that out. Can you see it's like not really clung? Not like clung, but I put my brush down and it's just like not staying. Just put a bit more in. The darker colours really, yeah, they're not so easy to... Why would it stay on my eye? I keep putting product there. Stay, bitch. Stay. It's like you need to be really gentle with it to like not apply too much and then apply loads of pressure for it to like work. I don't know, it's really bizarre. We'll try it again on this side. So again, on the outermost part and then like on our innermost part. But what I will say is, in the pan, doesn't that look so much like lighter? It looks like a lot more red, a lot more pink. And then on my eye, it's like a really, really dark purple. And I noticed that when I applied that orange colour to start with, it looks really yellow in the pan. And then I put it on and it was actually kind of like a dark burnt orange. So, can you see that? Like, it just kind of like comes off. Like I put it on and it just came off. So I'll put it back on then, shall I? And go back in with this brush to try and blend it together. Oh my god, it's come off there as well. It won't stay on my eye. There. It's like I've got to just, you got to get it right the first time because you actually just like can't blend it. But I'm going to go back in with that Roxy colour and just like tap it a little bit more on my eye so there's like the transitions there. Oh my god, this is really difficult. Are they even like even? Okay, I feel like that's the best that it's gonna get. I'm now gonna take the Adorn shade, which is the metallic bronze, but I am also gonna use this one as like the center highlight as well. But yeah, to start with, I'm gonna take that Adorn color and just use a little gingy brush from MAC. I think this is called the 242, and I'm just gonna use this to place it in the center of my eye. Oh. Not as much pigmentation as I thought. Okay, maybe it's the brush that I'm using, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger now. Okay, that's better. Considering I normally use that 242 brush with like their foiled shadows in the past, I'm a little bit upset that it didn't really work, and I want that Roxy color to like be shown. But I feel like it's not. Oh my god, it's all just like sitting on top of each other. Okay, maybe we're getting somewhere. I don't want to like suddenly move and it all like F up. Because it's taken so long to get to this point. Okay, but I do like that now. I'm going to take my finger again with that metallic bronze shade. Oh my god. I just want it. There's like a lot of going back and forth with this, but where the hell's the shimmer? Do you know what I mean? I swatched that on my arm and like there was shimmer. There's just none. It just hasn't come up. It's just not. I don't want to just keep rubbing my finger and like pressing it on my eye and it's doing. Okay, what I will do is now take that really gorgeous electric color, which is like a reflex green almost. It looks really, really pretty. It's got a yellow, green, kind of like a greeny gold running through it. And I'm going to take it on a little 228 brush from MAC, which is a really small, precise shader brush. And just kind of try to press that in the middle. Again, where is it? I don't want to like rub it on my eye. This one really isn't giving a huge amount of fallout, but it's almost like there was a layer on the top and now I'm rubbing my brush in it and it's kind of like compressing down and not really picking up any product at all. It's all kind of like solidifying on my brush. And it's not even like I'm not picking anything up. But yeah, I really do feel like that's the best I'm gonna get from that. The cube shade from that palette is like a white, but it's got like a reflex of pink through it, and I really don't want that to be my inner corner highlight. So I am going to take the highlight that I used on my face, which is the Tarte Exposed highlighter, and just take that on my pencil brush and just highlight my inner corner. Okay, now I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and like wipe away the powder from underneath my eye and the fallout, because as you can see, there is a lot of fallout. It's not like stained my face or anything, so we good. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to eyeshadow though, so I'm really like wanting this to look better, but I'm now just going to take a small pencil brush and I'm going to take the Roxy shade and just run that along the inner part of my lower lash line. Oh wait, the outer part of my lower lash line and the inner part of my lower lash line and leave the gap. And again on that side. I will say that is a really like gorgeous colour for me personally, like on my lower lash line, because I've got blue eyes and it's such a like vibrant orange. So just making sure to keep that gap in the middle because we want to like mirror the halo eye effect on the top. I will say though, I feel like it's like really coming down low here. I don't look like I've been punched in the eye. And then just on a flat shaded brush, I'm going to take that dark purple all-star colour and just press that into my lash line where I just placed that Roxy shade. Ooh. And then just go back in with the pencil brush. I haven't picked up any additional product. Oh my god, it's just gone. Look what it looked like when I applied. And I just tried to blend that out and it's gone. And actually it's gone down here onto my face. I'm gonna like try and show you as I blend. Like, where's that just gone? It's like I actually never even put it there. I'm not really sure how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try and put that lime green electric shade on the middle part of my lower lash line, obviously to try and mimic it. Where is it? Where's the colour? How do I get the colour to come out? It's gone really funny in my pan. Like, look at that. That's when I used it with a brush. Like, you can see there's like texture to it. This has gone like completely flat and like it barely like picks up anything. I know that might look like a lot, but it's really not. Okay, a little bit is working if I like shove it on with my finger. But it's just messy. I can't see what I'm doing. Like, I have to like look up. Like, no. It just like, it just looks messy now. But I think that's like the best I'm gonna get. So this is like what the eyeshadow looks like blended to like the best that I could and applied to the best that I could. I don't know, it's not like, it's not awful. The blending's not awful. I'm just upset, like the pigmentation is so great when you swatch it on your fingers. Well, it was at first, on your fingers and like on your arm. And so all the pictures that you see of the swatches, I 100% believe that that is like applied firsthand and like that's the pigmentation. But just, do you not try the palette before you like send it out, or like on the test shoots that they did for it? Did the makeup artist not say anything to be like, this is taking way too long because the eyeshadows just won't blend? But I mean, it's not like that. It's so hard. It's not like they didn't blend because like you can see that they have. I just feel like they apply really weirdly. It's just weird. But anyway, I'm going to finish off this look by applying mascara and lashes and then just like a nude lip. Again, all the details of like the lip option and stuff will be on my Instagram, but the lashes that I am going to use are the Opulence lashes by Leary Lashes, just because they're super fluttery and not going to take any attention away from the eyes, even though maybe we might want to. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and apply them and then I'll be back to show you the finished look and my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished look. I just quickly paired it with a nude glossy lip, as you do, because it's me. But no, so I'm kind of in mixed feelings. I love the colours in it. I think that they're super, super pretty. They are so pigmented, but the problem is I feel like they're just too pigmented. So much so that they just can't even cling on really to like your eye. The mattes I think are actually workable. You just have to be patient and blend. Use a firmer blending brush. The shimmers, luckily there's only like 3 in there and I did use 2 of them. I didn't use the white one, but I mean the Adorn one applied better with a finger, 100%. Maybe it just works better with warmth. The electric shade, the formula of this one I think actually might be different. I don't know why, just because this one can crumble and like it actually is kind of workable. This one you take a swatch and it's now like compressed and like I can't really even pick up any. You saw when I put it underneath my eye, it really like there wasn't any pigmentation at all. And you'll obviously see in the close-ups the like what the makeup looks like, and that is me like actually really trying to blend it as best as I can. So overall I would just say that This is a weird palette. I am disappointed in the sense that, you know, it's such a prestige brand, you'd think that they would just take the time and make sure that there's none, but there is always room for mistakes. Like, no matter how good you are at anything, you can apply that to everything in life. I'm not one to bash a brand or a product. You'll never really see me talk that negatively about things, because I feel like just because they don't work for me doesn't mean they won't work for anyone. If you go on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Instagram, you've seen the looks people have created with it. Like, it's workable. You just have to be patient. It's a massive shame that so much product is wasted, because it can all fall out, as you saw in some of the clips and from other people's reviews as well. But I'm sure this will just be like a learning point for them. They will take the time, make it better, and they'll probably come out with like the best Anastasia Beverly Hills palette of all time, and we'll all love it. So I really hope you guys like the look that I created with this and enjoyed my kind of like feedback on it and my thoughts. If you guys want to get it, I've left a link to it down below and you can do your own review and try it out for yourself. But yeah, if you liked this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and just leave me your thoughts in the comments, because I would love to kind of get back to you and let's talk, let's chat it out, let me know what you think. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye guys!